With talks of WWE purchasing a promotion and more, this is Pro Wrestling Central. My name is John and you're watching the Wrestling Report. With him last wrestling on SmackDown in January of last year where he suffered an injury, Apollo Crews could be seen training with Eli Knight at the Dungeon. It appears there is a new addition to the AEW roster, as Ringside News wrote that Ace Austin is officially All Elite. During AEW's latest TV tapings in Cincinnati, Ohio, the former TNA X Division and Tag Team Champion made his debut against Ricochet, and the crowd didn't have to wait long to find out if this was a one-off. According to correspondents at the event, Tony Khan personally confirmed to fans in attendance that Austin has signed with AEW. This marks a major career move for Austin, who wrapped up his TNA run in May after a 6-year stint. In that time, he captured multiple championships and became one of the company's most exciting in-ring talents. Austin's debut against Ricochet gave fans a taste of what could be an electric rivalry, and now that he's officially part of the AEW roster, the possibilities for future matchups are wide open. Whether he's gunning for singles gold or looking to make an impact in the tag division, Austin has already made his mark on night one. Ace Austin taking his talents to AEW is a huge development, and if his debut was any indication, he's ready to make a serious run in the company. Mentioning those that have been signed to new AAA deals under WWE, Dave Meltzer noted in the Wrestling Observer newsletter, Microman, La Hydra, La Parka, Fabi Apache, Nino Hamburguesa, Messias, and Lady Flamer have signed WWE contracts for AAA and already being merchandised. At this point, I would strongly suspect everyone on the Triple Mania show is under a WWE contract, since WWE owns the company and isn't putting anyone on its platform that can legally walk into AEW. Touching on his interaction with Goldberg at 2019 SummerSlam, former WWE star Matt Riddle told TMZ Sports, "Well, we have one talk that's filmed, right? And then we talked again and that was also filmed. But that was never brought to the forefront. And I can tell you what happened in that conversation. He came up to me again. He said he found me very disrespectful and rude, and I don't understand the business. And I go, I see your point. But I go, and then I go, I just don't think you're that great of a pro wrestler. And he goes, oh, well, my bank account's huge and this and that. And I go, Bill, your bank account, and I mean this, will probably always be bigger than mine. But at the end of the day, nobody is going to go back to watch that Bill Goldberg 30-minute classic match. His best match was probably with DDP. Shout out to DDP. So far, that was a good match. It was a great match. But let's be real, other than a couple spears and a jackhammer, that's about it. Your bank account will always be bigger than mine, and honestly, you've been in movies, you've done everything, you are an icon in professional wrestling. I can't replace that. Your in-ring ability, I would never want you to run or teach a school because you really don't understand, and you were pushed so far to the forefront, you don't get it, you know? You really don't, because you never had to grind. You never had to work. Even when I was in the UFC after I got fired, I went to the Monster Factory, started from square one, and worked my way through the indies to WWE. He didn't. When it comes to in-ring technician, being a person that knows what they're doing, being able to work safe and keep it real and snug, I'm at the top of the list. And I think anybody that knows professional wrestling would agree with that. While Bill Goldberg, on the other hand, not so much. He's a liability, he is dangerous. During that same interview, Matt Riddle was asked if he still believes CM Punk is difficult to work with. "I have good friends on the roster that still say he's a bitch to work with. Oh, if he didn't generate the amount of money and attention that he does, he wouldn't be there, and kudos to him. Kudos to him. The guy packs an arena. He sells tickets. He sells merchandise. And when you're looking at WWE, especially with TKO, I don't think they care about anything else. They go, what do you want to get paid? You bring on this much value. Okay, good. And right now, hats off to him. He's killing it. He's wrestling. He's staying active. He's staying busy. And his fans seem to love it. So I have no ill will towards the man. I just don't think he's good at fighting. I think his better days of wrestling are way behind him, and that's not a knock. I'll tell you this, I'm not getting that much better or faster or stronger, and I can tell you he's definitely not either, especially with all the botches, you know? Recalling a story from the day of Hulk Hogan's funeral, Kevin Nash noted on his Click This podcast, "I'm turning, I'm looking around. I undo my seatbelt as I'm getting ready to coast into the parking lot. I coast into the parking lot. Now I've completely taken the pinch off because I'm standing up in the rain and I'm just going to let it go. I spin around, open my door. Right in front of me is a Daytona Beach Shores SUV police. And I'm like, oh. As soon as I stand up and turn around, it's released. I'm looking right at the cops. I haven't even touched my zipper. So now I'm going to jail for indecent exposure. So now I sit back in my car and I back up thinking if I go up 2 blocks, there's that little short street. At this point, I can feel like I'm starting to get a squirt of piss. I'm in my car. I grab the t-shirt that I had on earlier and cram it over my junk, and the next thing you know, man, that thing feels like a water balloon in my hand. I mean, I just have complete bladder emptiness right there. So now for the next 1.5 miles to my crib, I'm basically just bathing in my piss. I'm telling Tamara the story. I said, "Hey baby, can you do me a favor?" She goes, "What?" I said, "You're not going to believe this. I just pissed in my car. I absolutely unloaded my bladder in my front seat, in my suit, in my underwear. And there's so much piss my ass cheeks are wet because they're sitting in this piss." As I'm pulling up, the garage doors are already on their way up. She's got paper towels and some Lysol. I said, "Could you shut the garage door, please?" When it comes to potential plans for TNA, Ringside News wrote that TNA Wrestling could be heading for a major TV shakeup, and the latest update points to a move that could place the company directly against AEW Dynamite every week. John Alba of the Takedown on SI has confirmed that there have been discussions about TNA moving to a WWE associated network with the possibility of shifting Impact Wrestling from Thursday nights to Wednesdays. Multiple independent sources tell the Takedown on SI that there have at least been discussions of TNA moving to a WWE associated network, and that the company is even open to shifting from Thursday to Wednesday nights to go head-to-head with AEW Dynamite, Alba reported. While Alba noted it was not explicitly stated that the CW would be the destination, he said the network's interest in TNA is real, and some WWE stakeholders would like to see the promotion become part of that lineup. While it was not directly indicated that the destination would be the CW, it was expressed to the Takedown on SI that the CW's interest in the promotion is legitimate, and that some WWE stakeholders would like TNA to be part of the network. Nothing has been signed yet, and it's unclear how far along the discussions are. When asked about the rumors, TNA President Carlos Silva acknowledged that media rights talks are ongoing, with more meetings scheduled for later this month, but no agreements finalized. Positive momentum, Silva said of negotiations, while also clarifying that any move would be made based on what's best for the company, not just to compete with AEW. This update comes amid WWE's aggressive strategy to weaken AEW's market position, a plan that Wrestling Observer's Dave Meltzer says includes wanting TNA to become the clear number 2 promotion. since WWE could control them more easily. Meltzer has reported that WWE has been counter-programming AEW's major events, even considering shifting shows to directly clash with pay-per-views like World's End and All Out. Meanwhile, TNA is aiming for a new media rights deal worth around $10 million per year, which would allow Impact to air live every week. An announcement could come within the next couple of months. Currently, Impact airs on AXS TV, owned by TNA's parent company Anthem Sports and Entertainment, as well as on TNA+. If a deal with a WWE-linked network like the CW materializes, it could mark the company's biggest television change in years. Staying on the topic of TNA, this was said regarding WWE's option to buy the promotion. With it said in the Wrestling Observer newsletter, we were able to get a WWE source confirm. The working deal with TNA is similar to the deals WWE had offered various European groups when they offered to allow some European talent on the shows, and WWE also has the right of first refusal to match any other offers for TNA. The idea is that anyone who buys would do so with the idea of being friendly with WWE, not with the idea of being an enemy. The idea is to use the partnership to get TNA to the number 2 spot, thus hurt AEW's popularity and ability to get the next television contract in 2027. The belief is that Philip put up a large share of the money for the purchase, but WWE got the controlling interest and all the power to run it. The key is that TNA will do much lower numbers on a Wednesday. The only people who benefit from it on Wednesday above those dates are those who want to see AEW's numbers hurt more than TNA's numbers succeed. Following their exit from WWE, this was said regarding KARRION, KROSS, and SCARLETT's prices to take bookings on the independent wrestling scene. One person involved in independent wrestling brought up that KARRION, KROSS, and SCARLETT are charging a very high price tag, and after the conversation said that they weren't buying any of this regarding the WWE departure. And this was your pro wrestling news update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all later.